What's up everybody, Bazaar here bringing you another Halo Infinite video. Today we are going over the Ultimate Grenade Guide Part 1. We're going over Bazaar, we're going over pop grenades, we're going over support grenades, we're going over power weapon grenades, we're going over power equipment grenades. We are going over grenades. So remember to like and subscribe if you want to be notified whenever I upload, so you get all the grenade tips that you need to win your ranked matches. Also join the Discord server, link is in the description. We play Halo together, we have a great time, doesn't matter what skill you are, doesn't matter what rank you are, come join and have fun with us. So we are going to be jumping right into it here. We are going to be going over the Dynamo grenades first. And to help me do this, we have God's Regret, an absolutely amazing YouTuber, has been around forever. Go drop him a sub. Link is in the description. He makes great content. He makes great Forge content. When Halo Infinite Forge comes out, you need to be subbed to this man for all the best info. All right, let's get straight into it. We are lining up with these grates on the right side of East base here. We're going to do West base next, don't worry. And then once you're lined up with those grates, you're going to want to line up your crosshair with this little, in between this little, gap right here. And then you're going to want to go straight up, and you're going to want to line it up just under this corner, right? So if we make a straight line, or, somewhat of a straight line, my crosshair is just under this corner. I think I'm going to raise it up a little bit more. No, I don't. And I throw it, and you'll see right here, Gods is standing directly on the Dynamo grenades. It is hard to get, you can get a lot of grenades to hit around here, back here, but it is so hard to get a grenade to consistently hit right on the Dynamo grenades. And a lot of players like to sit there because, again, grenades will bounce over and hit right here, and they won't be affected. So a lot of grenades, a lot of players like to go for those grenades right there, and this will directly counter that. And we're going to go for the west side as well. We're lining up with the grates on the left side this time, and we're going to line up with the edge of this box here on top of the roof of tree, and then we're going to go straight up, 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 and we're going to go up even more. We're going to line up. Oh no, that's a different one. We're going to actually, let's go back. My bad. We're lining up with the corner of this window right here, this window, and you're going to want to line up almost directly with that. And again, I'm going over super specifically, right? You'll see me lining up like in a match. How are you going to spend, all these seconds lining this up? That's kind of a waste of time, right? I'm just doing this so you can replicate it in game. You should be following along in game as I do this. But once you do it 2-3 times, you won't have to do the lineup. You will know instinctually how to, you just have to trust your instincts and muscle memory, and you'll be able to throw these just like regular grenades, no problem. And I throw, and you'll see it will hit Gods under the little covering again, which is very important to get under this little covering for specifically the Dynamo grenades. Because again, I'm trying to cover grenades I haven't much seen in other videos as well. And so from here, we're going to overshield from East base. This is an overshield grenade. You line up with this little corner, the back of your base here. You can do this just when a lot of these lineups, these are more support grenades than pop grenades. Pop grenades are great for solo pushes, and we'll get into those, don't worry. But this is more like you just spawned in and your teammate's like, oh, there's an enemy on overshield. And so you're like, oh, I know how to deal with this. I'll line up right here because I'm subscribed to Bass to Mouth, and I'm going to line up with that pole, right? This pole, this with the little satellite on it. And then I'm going to aim up, and just under this corner right here where this little rag is hanging off, I'm going to line up right there, and I'm just going to throw my grenade, and that's going to land right on the overshield player. It's going to land a little deeper, which I like, because most of the time they won't be standing directly on it. They'll be coming, right? They'll be coming down from here, they'll be coming from here, they'll be coming down from here, and they'll get hit right around here, and they'll do a lot of damage, right? And we're going to do the same thing from the other side now. I think I throw another one here. And we're going opposite. So left side on west base, we're going into that little corner, and you'll see me line it up right here. And then you're going to want to aim up a little bit. Come on, Bass, aim up a little bit, right? And you're aiming up almost in line with this, a little to the right of this, and then with the camera. See, that's why I was confused. This is the camera you line up with, west base, not east base, west base. Line up with that camera, and you throw, and that should kill any player or damage any player pushing overshield, or kill them if you have a teammate that you're throwing a support grenade for. Okay, now this is a pop grenade, and what a pop grenade essentially is it allows you to take an insanely advantageous gunfight, because you're throwing a grenade, then peeking the position that you threw the grenade at before the grenade lands. Get some shots on the guy, peek out, maybe hit him once, twice, peek back in, and then your grenade lands, and because it's a pop grenade, it's going like this, he's not going to hear it, you know, doing, 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 bouncing around the walls, right? It's just going to land on him, and boom, nothing you can do. No time to react. So in Den here, you're just, as you're running, this is a super easy one. Just as you're running, aim up, and as soon as you're in line with this thing, just do a throw in between the wires and the boards here. You'll see what I mean. I line up there. Again, you don't have to stop. I'm just showing for you, and you throw the grenade in between. That was really quick. But you throw the grenade in between the wire and where the ceiling begins here, right? And you throw that. And it lands kind of, it's more of a short grenade for Spanker, but that will definitely do enough damage. If you come out, there's a player on Spanker, shoot him a couple times, come back in, throw that grenade, no problem. You have almost a full 2 seconds, I believe. Here, I throw another one right here, right there. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi to fight that player, right? You could have even full killed him. Like, this would be great also because oftentimes players don't push alone. There'll probably be 2 players pushing Spanker. So if there's 2 players there, that'll do a great job because it's hard to take a 2-on-1 gunfight. That'll do a great job getting you that advantageous position. So here we are going to do another Spanker throw. So you're lining up with the stairs just under to where they can see you from antenna. This is in tree, by the way. Just under to where they can see you from antenna. And I'll actually play that back a little bit more. Like right here and on in between where the stairs meet this little sidebar here, right? And then you want to line up with this corner and throw. Just, you kind of have to feel it out, but you can kind of draw a line in between this corner and that corner if you want reference, and throw that, and that will land deep. So so many times players on east side will kind of hang out behind this because they have a good line of sight across here. Players pushing mid doors, players pushing library, they have a good line of sight. So this is a great grenade to, you know, deal with them. If you have a teammate who's in library, he's like, oh, I can't deal with this guy, I'm in tree, throw that grenade real quick, do some big damage, he can get that player, no problem, right? So that is another support grenade. That is not a pop grenade. This is a pop grenade for Spanker from library. You are just going to be doing a jump. You have to line up with this bar right here, and you just do a jumping throw and make sure the grenade goes over this bar here. And again, you can peek out. 1 misses. I'm not going to count it, but you get the idea. 2 seconds at least to shoot as that grenade is falling, and then that grenade falling should guarantee you the kill. Okay, here is another quick one you can do. I'm just standing on those little metal planks in between the bridge. I'm right on the corner of the wall to my right, and I line up with this right here and then do a throw. You can do this while literally running out of spawn every single time if you want, and if players are pushing the Spanker, you will likely damage them. So you can throw that right there, and boop, right there. And as it explodes, you can peek out of Den like you saw me do, and that can lead to some insane damage combos, right? And so now we're back here in tree, and we're gonna line up with the in between where the light meets the shadow here. And this is going to be, which one is this? We're going for antenna here, I believe. Yes, sir. Okay, let's rewind that a little bit. So, yeah, so line up in between the shadows there, and then line your crosshair up with the pillar here. That's kind of jutting out a little bit. That's directly opposite you, and then go up and line it up with the branch right in between those 2 branches, right? And that should land directly, and that's a massive pop grenade. That's over 3 seconds that you have to fight as that grenade is landing, right? I know so many times, antenna and TV, you're constantly having that little peak battle, right? Like, every time I'm on Bazaar, I am always having this weird little battle whenever I'm in tree or antenna with the enemy that's either in tree or antenna, and you're constantly just peeking and regaining health, and it's almost impossible to win the fight because you're so far away. But if you throw this pop grenade, you know, shoot once, twice, the guy's like, I have a little health left, I can keep taking this fight. But he doesn't know that you threw that grenade, because when you're throwing that grenade, you're not visible to antenna. So you're just fighting him. Oh, I took a couple shots, no big deal. Boom, the grenade lands. It's over. It is over. You've won the fight. Okay, that is why pop grenades give you such an insane advantage in this game, right? And we're going to do, obviously, the opposite. We're going antenna to, I mean, we're going to have a antenna to tree soon. But here, before we do that, we're doing a tree to library now. So you're going to want to line up with here, right? Not the shadow again. These two little designs here, you want right in between them, you want to line up. And then you want to line up with, I believe I line up with this branch right here. This branch. And I throw that. And you can line up with, like I said, none of these are exact. You can hit most of these with, you know, slight errors. I'm just lining it up so specifically for the video so you can replicate it. But again, it's a feel thing. Once you do it a couple times in a private game, you will be able to do it every time in a regular game. So this is antenna to tree. And so you're just going to line up with the left side of this doorway here. You're just going to walk into it. And then you can just line up with this antenna here and have your crosshair touch like halfway on the ceiling here, like that, yeah? And then the grenade, again, look at the amount of time you have to fight, and then boom, right? That they won't expect that. And it lands deep too, so if they go behind the doorway to take cover, that will still hit them, right? And so here we're going to do antenna to lockers. So you're gonna line up with this little window here, right in the center of it, and you're going to line up in between these two wires where they intersect the middle antenna, in between, right? And you'll see me do it here, right there, yep. And I throw it, and that lands directly into lockers. And again, that is a pop grenade. You have plenty of time to peek out, get a couple shots in before that grenade lands, and guarantees you that kill. So here we have a, is this a mid-doors one? Yeah, I believe this is the mid-doors one. So the mid-doors one, I really like. Everyone knows the mid-door grenades because Optic, everybody does it, right? Everyone's, at the beginning of the match, everyone spams grenades mid-doors. And, but this is more of like a deep grenade, right? Because now everyone's seen this, right? So everyone just kind of hangs out for a second and they won't push the doors immediately because they're expecting the pre-nades. But these pre-nades you can throw from spawn, hit in the second archway here on the other side, right? And so this is going to be a jumping running throw. So this is going to take, you know, 2-3 tries to get used to it. And you do a jumping running throw, and you are going to want to line up here. I'll show you. I don't know why I'm taking so long here, but I line up with this building here, right? As I'm running, and I maintain my crosshair placement and jump throw it. Try to maintain right on the corner of that building, and that'll land deep in there. And any players holding mid doors or waiting for the pre-nades that hit at the outside of mid doors will be hit by that. That is probably one of my favorite nades in this video. Honestly, it's so simple, but it's so good. And we'll do it on the other side too. And just of how easily replicatable it is, because it's not hard. Okay. Ooh. I don't know why they're black bars now, but there are, and I'm sorry about it. So you're going to want to do a running throw, and you're going to want to line up in between the top of this building and this taller building on the right. And you want to throw that, and that will land on literally the same as the nade I just showed you, just on the other side, right? And we are going to go to the next one here. So these are interesting. So these can be used both offensively and defensively. My personal favorite is to use them defensively. So how many times have you been in the position, right, where you're playing capture the flag on Bazaar, and you're on tower, you're just kind of, you know, maybe playing the spanker spawn, maybe, you know, playing some map control, and your teammates call out, they're on the flag, right? They're on the flag. And then you have to make a decision, right? Do I give up my position and I go help my teammates? Or do I wait here and I, you know, wait for them to try and grab the flag and take it out, and then I catch them off guard on crossfire? But I can tell you here, you can do both. So while maintaining your tower position, you can throw these grenades to help your teammates if you're, you know, spawning on the east side, or if you're attacking the enemy base. You can throw these from here to get some quick support for your teammates if they're pushing the flag. But it's better defensively because, again, it is on the same side. So the first one you're going to throw, we have two right here. You're lining up with this here, and you're lining up basically in between this, the crane, and this. Like, think of this just as an L right here. And you're going to want to line up right at the corner, right? You throw that, and that will land. I've seen so many players hanging out in this spot. I hang out in this spot all the time. right here, because you can kind of get in that corner and take angles as you want. You can kind of jump and avoid stuff, but that grenade lands right here, and there's no avoiding that for that player. And that'll also force, not only will it damage them, it'll force them out. If your teammates are trying to deal with them and they can't, because they can't get him out of that corner, this grenade will force him out and they will likely kill him, right? And then, so obviously you need to take care of the other side. So with your second grenade, you're going to line up in between these two wires here, and you're just going to throw. Very simple, very easy. Again, back up into that corner, a tower, and that will land right here on the player. You know how much players love to hold this pillar here, peeking in and out of this, holding the flag back here. They love it. So that'll land directly, just bounce right here and land behind the pillar. There's no avoiding that for them. And we have the same thing for west space. We're about to show you right here. You're going to want to line up next to this pillar here, and you are going to want to line up with the antenna right here. I'll move it back a little bit so you can see. Oh, okay. We're going to pause here. And you're going to want to line it up with this, right? This part of the antenna and this right there. And that will be the same little corner camp nade that you saw before, but for the west side instead of the east, right? And we'll go up then to show where it landed. Or that's not the corner. This is the exact of the one I just showed you, just on the opposite side. And then we'll have the corner one right here, where you get into the corner of tower, just like on the other side when you're lining up those other grenades, and you line up the wire right here, but don't have your crosshair on the wire, have it just off to the left like mine was. And you will be able to land that corner player every single time. And again, that is such a popular spot. So good. And so here we have East Gate, where you're throwing a grenade, just an easy grenade, the library. If you're just pushing mid and your teammate's like, oh, there's a guy library, you know, this is a good way, a pop grenade, deal with that. You can challenge him as the grenade is falling. So you just line up, you saw here. You saw I'm lined up with this right here, this little where there's like a little difference in level of the red lining. And then I line up just with this corner here, just off of it. And that will land directly in the library. And again, you see I have a lot of time to shoot as the grenade lands. And it's same here on this side. You line up with this pillar on Westgate, and you just aim so you your crosshair is touching that, touching this little thing that's hanging off here. And you throw that, and it'll land directly in lockers. Again, you have plenty of time to get out, to peek out, get a couple shots in before that lands. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video or learned anything new. Get you guys on the next one.